Ray J is stirring up chaos again, streaming, calling out rappers, and even dating Kevin Gates' ex just to get his attention. You won't believe what happens next. Ray J seems to have a knack for finding himself in chaotic situations. Now that Princess Love has walked away once more, and Brandy and Monica are busy touring without tossing him a little financial love, most people expected him to quietly accept the loss and move on. But this 45-year-old isn't the type to stay silent. He's taken to Twitch, calling teenagers chat, stirring drama, and picking fights with both rappers and fellow streamers, particularly Kevin Gates, insisting that everyone has some sort of issue with him. And speaking of attention-seeking, his next move was equally eyebrow-raising. Kevin Gates, however, barely flinched, choosing to keep his focus elsewhere. That indifference seemed to sting, because Ray J escalated things by dating Kevin Gates' ex, an undeniably petty play. But this gamble backfired. Ray J had unknowingly tangled with someone who could match his energy, and Kevin Gates wasn't about to let the antics slide. Meanwhile, Ray J's career moves reveal a man in transition. He paused music production for a while, is no longer cashing in on love and hip-hop, and his dreams of joining Brandy and Monica's tour never materialized, though the tour itself did, without his involvement. Frustrated but determined, Ray J turned his attention to the streaming world, determined to carve out his space and, apparently, stir as much trouble as possible. He began calling out artists like Anneli Choppa and Kevin Gates seemingly out of nowhere, talking openly about plans to shower with IShowSpeed, and confidently asserting that Kevin Gates could make it happen. With a mix of bravado, drama, and persistence, Ray J is carving a path in streaming that's as chaotic as it is attention-grabbing. Rumors started swirling when Ray J hinted that he might be streaming with Kevin Gates. "Yeah, I heard you about to stream with Kevin Gates. My brother, I'ma have that lined up, bro. I'll see you soon," he said, sending fans into a frenzy. The speculation got even hotter because there were whispers about Ray J being on the down low. People immediately wondered, was Kevin Gates somehow involved too? In reality, Kevin barely gave Ray J a thought. He wasn't bothered or compelled to respond, but it seems he underestimated just how far Ray J would go to command attention. Not long after, Ray J shifted his focus to Sheila, Kevin Gates' ex. This was the same Sheila who had been linked to him during his controversial period with Brittany Renna, a story that sparked criticism because of the insensitivity surrounding religious trends. Ray J's behavior toward women has often raised eyebrows. He publicly claimed Sheila as his own, professing love and fantasizing about being with her and Princess Love simultaneously. Meanwhile, Sheila appeared to play along, telling Ray J he was the best partner she had ever had and the only one to treat her decently. In private conversations, the tone was almost transactional, talking about building wealth first, then doing whatever they wanted once the financial bag was secured. Despite the seemingly romantic setup, Ray J's motives were clear. His pursuit of Sheila wasn't about genuine love. It was a strategic move to get under Kevin Gates' skin. Time and again, he publicly humiliated her, called her out, and leveraged the drama for clout, proving that for Ray J, manipulation often trumps sincerity. According to multiple reports, Ray J's recent involvement with Sheila wasn't rooted in love or genuine connection. It was, by all accounts, a carefully calculated move. Observers say his goal was twofold: to humiliate Sheila publicly and, more importantly, to get back at Kevin Gates. The drama, however, hasn't quite unfolded the way he may have envisioned. Kevin Gates, for his part, appears largely unbothered by the entire saga, maintaining his typical cool detachment as the social media storm swirls around him. Anyone who follows Kevin closely knows he has a notoriously fleeting approach to relationships. He moves through partners with the same casual efficiency as changing his underwear, leaving the past behind once the hype or attention fades. For Ray J to assume that this strategy would provoke a reaction from Kevin? It's a move ambitious in its boldness, but flawed in its execution. Kevin, by all appearances, remains completely unfazed. The internet, of course, has been merciless. Social media platforms exploded with commentary, memes, and pointed criticism targeting both Ray J and Sheila. The attention has been harsh and unrelenting, leaving both figures subject to public mockery and speculation. Ray J, in particular, has become a magnet for ridicule. His public persona, once seen as a rising music talent in his own right, has shifted into something far more controversial. Many critics now view him as a provocateur or, more bluntly, a troll, someone who thrives on stirring conflict, creating drama, and manipulating situations for maximum visibility. Part of the critique stems from Ray J's own career trajectory. The artist, who first came into the spotlight in the early 2000s, has often struggled to carve out a consistent niche. While he achieved success with a few notable hits, including a widely recognized single that cemented his name in pop culture, he has not maintained sustained commercial success comparable to other artists of his generation. The fact that he is Brandy's younger brother has always added a layer of public fascination, both positive and negative, to his career. Many people see him less for his talent and more for the familial connections and the drama that seems to follow him. His celebrity, in other words, is inextricably tied to his proximity to fame, rather than being entirely self-earned. Sheila, meanwhile, is caught in the crossfire of a very public feud. Observers note that Ray J has been publicly manipulative toward her, at times humiliating her in ways that would be difficult for anyone to endure. While he portrays the relationship as one built on affection and mutual interest, there's ample evidence to suggest that his actions are motivated more by clout chasing and vendetta than by genuine emotional connection. The fact that Sheila has reportedly considered legal action against him underscores the seriousness of the situation. If she proceeds with a lawsuit, it could have tangible consequences for Ray J, marking a potential turning point in a saga that has been largely dominated by social media spectacle rather than real accountability. Ray J's approach to stirring drama seems almost methodical. After Princess Love left him, and with Brandy and Monica moving forward on tour without including him, Ray J pivoted to streaming as a new avenue for attention. Twitch became his platform of choice, where he called teenagers chat, publicly challenged artists like Kevin Gates and NLE Choppa, and essentially built a persona around provocation. In these streams, he mixes bravado with theatrics, creating a narrative where he is the misunderstood provocateur, constantly at odds with the world around him. The Sheila incident can be viewed as an extension of this behavior. By dating Kevin Gates' ex, Ray J essentially attempted to manipulate a personal relationship into a weapon of social media warfare. In his mind, the move could serve to destabilize Kevin, draw public attention, and reinforce his own relevance in the rapidly changing landscape of celebrity culture. But the gamble, as many analysts point out, depends entirely on eliciting a response from the target. When the target, in this case Kevin Gates, remains indifferent, the strategy loses potency. Instead of controlling the narrative, Ray J finds himself facing scrutiny from the broader public, which sees through the clout-driven motives and is quick to criticize both him and Sheila for participating in a manipulative dynamic. Adding to the complexity is the public perception of both Kevin Gates and Sheila. Kevin's reputation as a serial dater with a laissez-faire approach to romantic relationships paints him as someone immune to the type of attention Ray J is seeking. Sheila, on the other hand, becomes both a participant and a victim in this drama. While she may have initially engaged with Ray J, reportedly expressing admiration for him and acknowledging the way he treated her compared to past partners, the situation quickly spiraled into a pattern of public humiliation. Fans and social media users have noted that Ray J's behavior toward her, ranging from taunting comments to emotional manipulation, reflects a broader pattern in which he appears to prioritize visibility and shock value over genuine human connection. The backlash has been relentless. Comment sections, Twitter threads, and Instagram posts are filled with opinions about Ray J's trolling nature, his reliance on notoriety, and his seeming inability to generate attention through talent alone. Many have pointed out that his fame is less about his artistic output and more about his position as Brandy's little brother, a connection that offers him a built-in audience for drama. His one-hit single and sporadic music career are often cited as evidence that his creative legacy is limited, further fueling the narrative that he relies on chaos and controversy to maintain relevance. From a sociological perspective, Ray J's behavior illustrates a common phenomenon in celebrity culture: the blending of personal relationships with public performance. In today's age of social media, the lines between genuine emotional connection and performative drama are often blurred. Celebrities, particularly those whose careers are built on intermittent visibility, may feel compelled to manufacture conflict in order to remain relevant. Ray J's Twitch streams, public disputes, and his entanglement with Sheila and Kevin Gates exemplify this phenomenon. By transforming private matters into content, he ensures that his name remains part of the cultural conversation, even if that conversation is overwhelmingly critical. Yet, there's also a question of ethics and accountability. Sheila reportedly considering legal action signals that actions intended for public spectacle can have serious consequences. While social media can amplify influence and provide a platform for self-promotion, it also exposes participants to real-world ramifications. Lawsuits, defamation claims, and reputational damage are all potential outcomes when personal disputes are weaponized for clout. Ray J's history suggests a willingness to engage in high-risk maneuvers for attention, but whether he can navigate the legal and social consequences remains to be seen. In the midst of all this, the central question persists. Is Ray J genuinely attempting to provoke Kevin Gates, or is he primarily chasing internet fame at any cost? The answer, when examined carefully, almost certainly involves a mixture of both motives, intertwined in a pattern that reflects broader trends in celebrity culture today. On one hand, Ray J's behavior exhibits a clear intent to dominate the narrative surrounding him. By publicly challenging Kevin Gates, dating his ex, and creating attention-grabbing content on platforms like Twitch, Ray J signals a desire to control the story that the media and the public consume. Every post, every live stream, and every carefully worded statement serves as a strategic maneuver to remain relevant in a crowded digital space. However, the personal vendetta component cannot be overlooked. Targeting Kevin Gates specifically suggests that Ray J's actions are not merely random attempts to attract attention. They are calculated moves aimed at eliciting a reaction from a particular individual. By choosing Kevin, an artist known for his own volatile reputation and rapid-fire approach to relationships, Ray J may be attempting to insert himself into a narrative that guarantees engagement. This blend of personal grievance and opportunistic attention-seeking creates a volatile mix. It is drama engineered both for emotional satisfaction and public consumption. This approach is not unusual in the era of digital celebrity. Today, fame is no longer solely a function of talent, creativity, or achievement. It is equally about one's ability to capture and maintain the public's attention in a world saturated with content. Social media has fundamentally shifted the rules of celebrity. Whereas prior generations relied on radio, television, or print coverage to cultivate and maintain their public image, contemporary stars must navigate an ecosystem where visibility is constant, instant, and quantifiable. Likes, shares, retweets, and views are the modern metrics of relevance, and the public's attention has become a form of currency. In this context, Ray J's antics can be seen as a form of social media strategy. By generating controversy, he ensures that his name remains in the cultural conversation, regardless of whether the coverage is positive or negative. Ray J's method of engagement demonstrates an acute understanding of this new dynamic. He combines elements of traditional celebrity behavior, relationships, music, and public appearances with the immediacy of digital platforms to maximize impact. Platforms like Twitch allow him to engage directly with a live audience, bypassing traditional media filters and creating a sense of intimacy that amplifies the emotional stakes for viewers. By calling out fellow artists, interacting with fans, and making bold claims about personal relationships, Ray J creates a narrative that is both compelling and provocative. Even for those who disapprove of his methods, the magnetic pull of the drama makes it difficult to look away. Yet, the question remains whether these actions represent sustainable career moves or short-term attention-grabbing stunts. Historically, Ray J's trajectory in the entertainment industry has been marked by moments of visibility interspersed with periods of relative quiet. His early success as a recording artist, along with the fame associated with being Brandy's younger brother, provided him with a platform that few emerging artists enjoy. However, maintaining relevance in a constantly evolving media environment requires more than legacy or connections. It requires innovation, consistency, and the ability to adapt to shifting audience expectations. Ray J's pivot toward digital streaming and public provocation can be interpreted as an attempt to reinvent himself, but it also underscores the risks inherent in relying heavily on drama to sustain attention. The intersection of personal vendettas and social media spectacle further complicates this picture. By targeting Kevin Gates specifically, Ray J taps into a narrative that audiences already find compelling. Rivalries between high-profile figures often generate intense interest because they combine elements of personality conflict, romantic entanglements, and perceived social hierarchy. When the feud involves public figures with their own strong followings, the engagement multiplies exponentially. Fans are not only watching the drama unfold, they are participating in it, weighing in with opinions, memes, and commentary that feed back into the cycle of visibility. In this sense, Ray J's strategy can be seen as a calculated exploitation of social psychology. By creating a conflict with Kevin Gates, he mobilizes a wider network of spectators who amplify his presence and reinforce his relevance. However, this approach carries significant risks. While visibility is valuable, it is also volatile. Public perception can shift rapidly, and audiences are quick to discern manipulation or insincerity. In Ray J's case, the public's reaction has been mixed. On one hand, the attention he generates keeps him at the center of cultural conversations. On the other, critics have accused him of trolling, using others for personal gain, and prioritizing shock value over substantive achievement. This duality illustrates the precarious nature of fame in the digital age. While controversy can propel someone into the spotlight, it can just as easily erode credibility, alienate allies, and provoke backlash. Moreover, the ethical dimensions of Ray J's actions cannot be ignored. The use of personal relationships as instruments of social media drama raises questions about consent, manipulation, and emotional harm. By publicly targeting Kevin Gates' ex, Sheila, and involving her in a high-profile feud, Ray J exposes private matters to public scrutiny. Reports indicate that Sheila has considered legal action, which highlights the potential consequences of leveraging interpersonal relationships for personal gain. While social media offers unprecedented platforms for visibility, it also magnifies accountability. Every public misstep is recorded, shared, and dissected, making the stakes higher than ever for those who engage in controversial behavior. This saga also reflects broader cultural trends in the consumption of celebrity content. Audiences today are both consumers and participants. They expect ongoing narratives, instant reactions, and the drama that unfolds in real time. Ray J's approach aligns perfectly with this model. By creating a story that combines personal conflict, romantic entanglement, and public provocation, he provides an ongoing spectacle that keeps fans, critics, and casual observers invested. The result is a feedback loop. His actions generate engagement. Engagement drives visibility, and visibility reinforces the incentive to continue the behavior. Ultimately, the Ray J. Kevin Gates Sheila saga illustrates the complexities of modern fame. It demonstrates that celebrity is no longer a linear trajectory based solely on talent or achievement. It is a dynamic ecosystem in which visibility, narrative control, and audience engagement are equally important. Ray J's behavior, while polarizing, serves as a case study in how modern celebrities navigate this ecosystem. His antics highlight both the opportunities and perils of digital fame, offering insight into how personal ambition, public spectacle, and the relentless pursuit of attention intersect in the contemporary media landscape. The saga of Ray J, Sheila, and Kevin Gates highlights the complexities of modern celebrity, where fame is performative, transactional, and driven by visibility rather than talent. Ray J remains in the spotlight not through music, but by mastering social media drama, leveraging personal relationships, and provoking reactions. As audiences engage, every post and action becomes content, blurring the line between private life and performance. While Kevin stays unbothered and Sheila considers legal action, Ray J continues unabated, raising the question, is he a provocateur, a troll, or simply chasing clout? Likely he is all three.